Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and this is the Pick a Pile Tarot reading for career and money for April 2025. So that just means you can watch all three readings and take whatever resonates with you, or you can take a moment now and look at these three piles of pre-shuffled career and life oracle cards. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. And just choose whichever of these piles that you feel drawn to. And I'll be sure to leave timestamps for each reading in the description box of this video, so you can go straight to your reading. All right, let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 1. We'll go ahead and get started with these three pre-shuffled career and life oracle cards. The first card for all of you who chose pile number 1 is freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. So if you chose pile number 1, it is possible that the energy of just wanting to be free with your time, to be able to express yourself and create whatever you want in the world with your time. That is this energy of pile number 1. The second card is courage. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. So whatever your sense of freedom as far as your career is concerned, you may be feeling a bit blocked or almost just held back from that freedom in some way. Now, it could be because you're afraid of uncertainty and what it would be like to be an entrepreneur, or to somehow start your own thing or to go your own way. But even for some of you, it could be that you think that the freedom that you're seeking might come from a promotion or just a move to a different type of career. All right, so yeah, I feel like courage is needed at this time to take a real strong look at where you are and where you want to go. And finally, we have the ending card. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. That's what I was just saying, really. So for some of you, you do have to almost gather up the courage to let yourself change, right? For some of you. Now, it's also true that if you want to go your own way, sometimes you have to do it as a side hustle. Sometimes you have to have the courage to work harder, the courage to put forth the effort to create the life that you want. So many people just dream of the life they want, but they don't take any action steps to do that. So it's time to muster up some courage. And even if you have to create your future life while also living your current present moment. All right, you guys. Now I'm just going to shuffle the wisdom of the Oracle deck. And I'm going to shuffle this deck 3 times. And I'll go ahead and pull 3 cards to help clarify this reading for all of you who chose pile number 1. All right, so the first one is never ending story. And of course, that's goes hand in hand with this freedom card in the sense that I feel like your days are just the same. Like you wake up, you go go do whatever you do all day. Then you come home and you start it all over again. If you look at the image here, there's like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no within this hourglass looking thing. And it seems like it's on a little spinner. There's a little spinner here with the heart, and it's saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So I feel like this never-ending story is because it's everything we've already said. This is just completely confirming what was already said. You are seeking some type of freedom or been thinking about it from this daily grind, but it's all about the courage to create that for yourself. All right, and so then we have round and round. So I do feel like this is something that you've been thinking about for quite a while. It's something that you've wanted. You've wanted this freedom for a long time. And I feel like you need to create this freedom in your thinking. Just look at this image where the spiral is coming from the forehead. I just feel like instead of sitting in this never-ending story of desiring freedom but not living in it, I feel like it's also going to start with the change of your mentality, a change of your thinking when it comes to your career. I feel like you do need to embrace what is happening in a different way when it comes to your thinking. And finally, we have the TikTok card. So in some way, you might think that it's just time is up because this is lining up with the ending, right? In some way, you might think time is up in your current position. Maybe you've outgrown it. Again, it is this desire for a different freedom in your time, freedom in your creating, freedom in your thinking. All right. But I see that this TikTok is also a number 30. So the number 3 with the power of that 0 is telling you that you need to create this movement. This is like this image that I'm seeing here is the clock is, being thrust forth with these hands. And I feel like you feel as though it's time and it's pressing on you. You are being called to change something up when it comes to your career, whether it's your actual position and career or just your thoughts regarding your career, right? That wraps up this reading for all of you who chose pile number 1. So if you're still here, don't forget to click that like button and leave me a comment down below if this reading resonates with you. I love hearing from all of you out there. Thank you so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time to move on to pile number 2. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 2. So let's go ahead and get started with these 3 pre-shuffled career and life oracle cards. The first one that comes up for you, pile number 2, is locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temporary position while waiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. So in some way, you're feeling blocked from maybe some type of opportunity that you're seeking at this time. But this is only temporary. I'm feeling that this feeling of being blocked from moving forward is temporary. Next card is brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. You guys, I feel like maybe some of you have been trying to create your own career in some way, create your own income. It's possible that some of you are trying to start a business or in some way, put yourself out there. And even if you're feeling like a block is taking place and like it's not really getting off the ground right away, I feel like this is something that's temporary, again, because we have this brilliance card as the second card. I love that. I feel like as you continue to put yourself out there, even when it feels locked away from you, that's going to pay off because it's going to bring more and more recognition to you or what it is that you're doing. And the third card we have for you, pile number 2, is cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. So for some of you who chose pile number 2, you might feel like something is definitely coming to an end, or that you've outgrown a certain situation when it comes to your career. I feel like for some of you who chose pile number 2, you have a position that is kind of locking you out of what you rightfully deserve because you know your own brilliance, you know your worth, and you know the light that you bring. So, by understanding your value, you know it's just time to end it and cut ties for some of you out there who chose pile number 2. And for others, I do feel like there may be something that you need to let go, even if it's not leaving a job. There is definitely something that you may need to let go. When I see the scissors here, I think of how swords are, they would represent thoughts. So you could need to cut ties as far as, some type of negative thinking that might actually be blocking you from, sharing your light with the world. I see that light bulb there, and it's like, for some of you, you might just be hiding your light away in some way, and it's time to plug yourself in and shine your light, right? So for some of you, the cutting ties is more about a certain line of thinking, of self-doubt, or something along those lines that is really holding you back and keeping you feeling locked away from your true potential at this time. Again, this is a temporary feeling, by the way. I feel like, though, in April, you are going to deal with what you need to let go of, whatever this represents, and it's going to help you to really boost your radiance out in the world, your recognition. All right, pile number 2, I'm going to shuffle the Wisdom of the Oracle deck now. I'm shuffling 3 times, and I will be drawing 3 cards for a little clarity on this reading for all of you who chose pile number 2. The first card that we have here is building blocks. It's not focusing for some reason. There. All right, you guys. So I do feel like with the image and what it's showing here, see how she's kind of building herself up with her thinking, the way that she is positioned here, right? And it almost seems like these blocks that are building this foundation are falling from her mind. So again, I think for a lot of you, this is going to be about creating a new kind of structure in your thinking that's going to help you move forward and past this feeling of being blocked or locked away from what it is you want. And the second card, you guys, is poised. And look at that. This is lining up with the brilliance card. So as you release those thoughts, those negative self-talk, self-doubt, that kind of stuff, it's really going to put you in a new position to feel like you definitely can shine. It is all about your own confidence and your thought process here, you guys. All right, and finally we have mending. And look, that is lining up with the cutting ties. So, yeah, I do feel like, as you either, gracefully leave a current position, if that's what resonates with you, or if this cutting ties is about changing from negative to positive thinking or self-talk, then this is all about being sure to do it gently and with grace, like this cutting ties card says. You don't want to burn any bridges. And it's about either mending or maintaining relationships so that, you can have those connections to network with in the future. But it's also about mending your thinking. It's about mending your relationship with your inner self. I think for a lot of you, that's what it really is all about. It's about mending the relationship you have with yourself and creating a new way of looking at yourself so you can see your own brilliance. And I feel like in this month, with poised and brilliance being in the center of it all, you're definitely going to position yourself to see yourself in a new light. And it's going to feel so good because look at her body language in this image. She has stars in her hands and she has grown wings. I feel like she's so much lighter, so much more lighthearted and carefree, right? And I feel like as you mend your relationship with your inner self this month, as far as, your value and worth and how you want to move forward in creating value in the world, that's really going to make you feel good as you gain more self-esteem and confidence when it comes to sharing yourself. All right, pile number 2, that is your reading for April 2025. If you're still here, don't forget to click that like button and comment down below if this reading resonates with you. Thank you guys so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time to move on to pile number 3. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 3. So let's go ahead and get started with these 3 pre-shuffled career and life oracle cards. All right, pile number 3. The first one is great match. You're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. So for some of you, I feel like you've been looking for the right pieces of the puzzle here. You've been thinking a lot about your place in the world and what it is that you want to do with your time, what it is that you want to do with your energy, and what it is that you want to gain value from this month or recently. You've been having these, thoughts. The second card for pile number 3 is limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or simply choose something better for you. So while you may not feel like you're in the correct match at the time when it comes to your career or the income that you're making or whatever the case may be, don't let that hold you back from still pursuing your own happiness. Sometimes we're put in the wrong positions so that we can figure out what we want through almost like a process of elimination so that we can then know what we don't want. Because sometimes we don't even know what we don't want to know what it is that we really want. Does all that make sense? All right, pile number 3. The third card is wisdom. You are called to serve as a mentor for someone or as a role model and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience. All right, you guys. So I'm feeling like for some of you, you do have some type of knowledge that you can pass on to the next generation, whether that is in the form of like writing a book or teaching a class or starting your own YouTube channel, for instance. But I feel like maybe some of your limitations could be about the perception. Maybe you're feeling a little in the dark when it comes to, I feel like the eyes are highlighted here in that limitations card. So I'm just feeling like when I notice that, it's almost like this perception that is causing a limitation in your thinking. Something along those lines. That's the energy I'm picking up right now anyway. So let's go ahead and I'm going to shuffle the wisdom of the oracle now. I'm going to give this deck a few shuffles And then I will draw 3 cards for April 2025, career and money. Okay, what did we say earlier, you guys? Oh my gosh. Earlier I said sometimes we have to be placed in a position of something we don't want to know what is not for you. Wow, that's total confirmation. And that lines up with the Great Match card, being the first card of the 3. And look in the fortune cookie, it says nope. So it's possible that now you're making moves based on knowing what it is that you don't want. And that's actually a good thing, you guys. You've already made it through the bad. Now you got to find the good. The next card is higher power. So with this limitations card, I do feel like the limitations are definitely in your own mental perceptions. The light is kind of coming. There's a key there, right? So when you're limited, the key might be to unlock in your thinking. All right. So I do feel like there's something that needs to be released from your thinking that's kind of holding you back, making you, limited in your forward motion, limited in using your wisdom to move forward as well. All right. And the last card we have is deep knowing. Wow, that lines up with the wisdom card. And that is so perfect, you guys. This is a knowing. You may not know how you know something, but this is a card of intuition, of inner wisdom, and also being aware of possible deception in your life and in your own thinking. So this card is about bringing the darkness to light and being able to see in the dark. And it's about, with that sense of being able to see in the dark, it's like using your intuition, your inner wisdom to move forward here and to help release yourself from the limited thinking that's holding you back. And also, I feel like for some of you, this might represent a limitation on basically your higher power, your connection with God. I feel like for some of you, you need to pray for wisdom. That may not be for all of you, but for some. But in general, the message here is that you just don't feel like you are in the right place or like that you're a good match where you currently are. It's giving you limited perceptions. It's making you see the world in a limited way. And I feel like you have some wisdom that you want to share with the world. So it's like you had to go through what is not for you, this thing that's not really matching up, in order for you to really know, to gain the wisdom that you need to move forward into what it is you do want. And a big piece of advice for moving forward and finding that thing that's going to make you happy is going to be to remove the mental limitations that you have on yourself. Stop thinking that you have to stay in what is not for you. Use your wisdom, use your higher power, use your thinking to move forward with deep knowing into what it is that you want to create. And you guys, Rome wasn't built in a day. I can't stress that enough. I feel like today's world, everybody wants instant gratification and no one's willing to work for anything. I don't want to say no one, but I feel like there's this general feeling or energy that people just want instant gratification, but it's something that has to be built. All right, you guys, I think that's your message for your career for April 2025. So if you're still here, don't forget to click that like button. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And if you chose pile number 3 and this reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.